tell us
Yeah.
a little bit even more broadly about what private equity is, and how you would explain what you do to someone that doesn't know much about it.
Yeah, no, it's a really good question. I think people have probably come across venture capital and private equity, maybe mix the two up quite a bit. And there's always this question of like, what do they actually do, and how does this company actually work? So, just to start background, private equity is its own asset class. We work with limited partners. So think about, major endowments, major pension funds, high net worth individuals. They will contribute money to a fund, right, which is effectively committed capital to, to the tune of, 500 million to $1 billion that we will go out and we will start to invest into private companies on their behalf, right? That in a nutshell is, just how the fund structure works. Where private equity is very different than venture is we're looking at investing in, in any particular fund, maybe making between 10 and 15 investments in companies that have, been around for 10, 15 years, have a really stable customer base, are growing their EBITDA margins, they're profitable and they're established companies. That's going to be very different than venture, where venture is investing in, two people in a garage that have an idea and, want to build some really big tech company. So, very, very different in terms of the flavor of how those two work. We're just going to be a little bit more focused on established companies, in mature industries, and then how we can work together to either create operational improvement or go out and acquire competitors, similar products, similar services, and kind of build them into a bigger business by the time that we're done with it.